What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 3. So first things first, y'all excuse the look. You know how in your mind you be thinking maybe it was going to have one look, and then you get on camera and you be like, nope, this ain't it. Last night, I washed my hair. I was going to flat iron it, and I didn't have time to. You know, it was grown up people time. So this morning I was like, okay, I'll just wear wavy. And I was like, if I put on my makeup, it's going to be right, you know, to look different. And then child left the damn makeup bag at home. So I look like a fucking lion. I already know I do. I got to work, and one of the girls called me Nala. Is that her name? From Lion King. So child, I know. I don't, this is not me, and I keep on saying I want to get some really curly hair, but this look is I don't like it. So maybe it's the color, this brown, and then this wavy shit. I mean, I feel like you can say what you want, but that's okay, because I'm a me no lie. He's me. I feel off, and I be trying to be cute for my Real Housewives of Atlanta videos, but yeah, y'all, today, and you ain't even gotta say nothing. I'm not trying to, y'all ain't gotta say, oh, Roxanne, you still look good. No, I don't. I don't feel right. So this video, because of that, y'all know how it is sometimes when I get into these moods, it just be a little different. So just giving y'all the warning. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, let's start with Nene, because oh, that story with Greg is so sad. Like, it is just so sad. And they really tried to make it sad on us last night. So Nene and Greg are in Houston, I believe it is, because they were going to a specialist to see, you know, they got the money, so they want to pay as much as they can for the best people to kind of guide them through this whole process with him having that colon cancer. So the doctor comes and sees them, and when he asks Greg how's he feeling, you know, he says fantastic. Okay, he don't even know why he's there. The doctor was sort of like, you could tell he was like, okay, we're gonna keep positive. So he asked them if they had any questions, and Nene asked him, what is the chances of Greg surviving this? What I've noticed with the cancer doctors, the oncologists and whatnot, from my mom's own experience, that they are very careful to tell you, they don't want you to be alarmed about anything. So what he ends up saying is the cancer is no longer in his colon. They were able to remove everything from there. However, they don't know if there might be other cancerous cells that are floating around in his body. And because of that reason, they want Greg to do chemotherapy. Greg asked if there's any alternative, you know, methods that they could possibly try. And the doctors, you guys know, the doctors are not really proponents for alternative medication. They know scientific. They don't take chances on holistic approaches. So the doctor told him, yeah, we support people that want to add that into addition, but we don't suggest that as, you know, the answer. Well, Greg obviously doesn't want to have chemo, because we have seen people get chemotherapy, and the reaction from the chemotherapy, you know, chemo kills everything in your body. If it had sense enough to just attack the cancerous cells, that would be one thing. But it tries to go through and just obliterate everything. And that's why a lot of times when we see people that are on chemo, they immediately look worse than all this time that they possibly could have had cancer. So it's a hard decision to make. When you're in that position, you're afraid, you know, you just, it's hard for people. So I get that. Greg doesn't want to have the chemo. So as of the show, he didn't get chemo. I don't know what has been the outcome with that, you know, today. But as of the show, he didn't. So they go back home, and Cynthia comes to visit. She's just coming to support Nene because, you know, Nene is always, you know, trying to take care of Greg. Nene says that, you know, Greg has been there for her over the years, so she just wants him to get back better. She's gonna be there. You know, she wants her old Greg back. Cynthia comes, and she's asking them what exactly is going on with Greg's whole thing. Nene says, well, he doesn't have any more cancer in his body, and, you know, Cynthia is happy well, it doesn't have any more cancer in the colon, but they're not sure about any other cancerous cells. Same thing that the doctor told him. But Greg has decided not to get chemo. And, you know, what can you say? That's his choice. It's his body. It's his illness. He deals with it best way that he can. Nene's in support of that. So fine. But it's just... it's just, ooh, it's sad, you know, especially that part when he was getting the chemo and they had blacked out the screen, but he was singing, you know, about, you know, how he's going to get through this and, you know, he's just going to make it through. And I was just like, oh my goodness, you know, this is just really, really a lot. We don't like to see Greg. I don't like to see anybody in this. Even my worst enemy, I would hate to see them suffer through something like this. Yeah, you guys, this is Greg's journey. We're going to see it, it looks like, throughout this whole entire season. Okay, you guys, so let's get to the fun things. So we see Eva. She's meeting with Portia. They're going to work out together, you know, and Portia's like... Portia just happy-go-lucky. Portia is Portia. You know, Eva was just like, she's always like Portia. She's just fun, you know, and they work together at Dish, and that's really made her, you know, get to know her even better. You know, how can you not like Portia? I asked the same thing, but it's still quite a few Portia haters out there. Anyways, they're going to work out together. And it's so funny because I'm watching this whole thing happen, and... you know, Portia had to have been pregnant already. She was huffing and puffing. Well, the thing is, your girl put on like 5-10 pounds. I was just like, yes, girl, we see it. They tried to camouflage it by putting that thing on her waist, but really that just made it look bigger. The whole time that she was working out, when the trainer's telling Eva to, you know, dropping the baby weight, you know, Portia just like, well, what am I supposed to be thinking? Because all I'm thinking about is hot dogs. Y'all know her man is the hot dog giant in Atlanta. Shit, I done heard more about hot dogs these last 2 weeks than I ever heard about hot dogs, y'all. Anyway, so afterwards they sit down and they talk, and you know, it's a light shade fest. It's funny to me that Eva has chosen to go against Marlo. I just was like, well, this is gonna be a showdown that I would like to see, because this is gonna be the showdown that will either make or break Eva, because y'all know Marlo. Now, do you want it with her? You know, I know everybody's like, oh, Eva the diva, and I was just like, girl. I mean, if that's what you know, when she was talking about Portia's new man, and you know, Portia was, you know, talking about, well, it's so early, like he be talking like he want to be with me forever, and I don't know. Well, Eva's been with her man. She just, when she met him 4 months later, she knew he was the one. They was gonna get married, all of that. So just do whatever's in your heart, like Nene. Look at Nene and Greg. Okay, they've been together 20 years, and then you get somebody like a Marlo that's 42 and ain't never been married, you know. So she was trying to get a little shade. I was like, whoever the fuck is taking care of Marlo is taking care of her, though. You can't tell me she buying all that shit on that Real Housewives of Atlanta income. I'm sorry, but whatever. I was like, girl, you want it with her? Oh, okay. A little bit of shade about Cynthia, but not, you know, not negative shade. You know, she did say, you know, come on with the veterans walk, you know, talking about the modeling, you know, Portia, not the veterans scare. I just can't quite read Eva yet. These things are still kind of funny-ish, you know. We just gonna put it all together and collectively see if she is just going to be that type of mess that's just funny, lighthearted shade, or she gonna dig in deeper. But it's all good right now. It's all good right now because it's the beginning, and you know, the housewives are known for their cute little snarky little comments back and forth. So it's good. It's all good right now. But we gonna see, you guys. We gonna see. Now, let's get to the new baby girl. Y'all, she had me dying. Okay, so Candy is at Candy Coated Factory or whatever the fuck it's called, you know, and she gets a call. Shamari Devoes is there, you guys. That's right. Y'all know the new housewife is Shamari Devoes, which is the member from the group Black. Okay, she's married to the legend Ronnie Devoes. She said the legend Ronnie Devoes about 20 times. I said, okay, girl, we gonna let you have that legend, we gonna let you have that legend collectively, okay? Because he's more a legend with the group BBD and New Edition. I'm not gonna take it from him. He's accomplished a lot, so we gonna say, okay, we got that. So she sits down with Candy, and Candy tells us, you know, back in the day, I wrote a song for Black, and it went really well for them. I said really well where? In Georgia, child, because I do remember the group Black, but you know, I was in LA at the time. Wasn't nobody checking for Black like that. You know, before they could get started really good, you know, they had a lot of tragedy between Lisa Left Eye Lopez dying in that accident, and then some years later, one of the members was killed, hit by a car, real tragic death out here in Atlanta. So they weren't able to really get their strong foot in like they were. You know, Lisa Left Eye Lopez was really the nail in the coffin, really, for them, I believe. But anyway, back to the show. So Candy was telling her how cute the twins were. You know, she was just like, you know what, I think I follow the twins, but I don't follow you. Let me follow you on social media. How y'all friends and you don't follow her? Okay, Candy ain't talked to this girl in a month of Sundays, talk about they friends. Okay, but look, we gotta bring her in the best way we can, child. And you know, Shamari was just like, yeah, girl, you gotta follow me. I got to get her voice different because, but it's almost close to Portia's voice. But a little background on her. She's from the group Black, like I told you, talking about she's right up there with BBD and Escape. I said no no, because you are in relation to Belle Biv DeVoe and New Edition, we'll let you go on and get away with that one too. But I was like, there ain't no way you up on that same level. I'm sorry. Okay, but I still love Shamari. I like her. I feel like I'm gonna like her. She moved here when she was 5 years old, so she went through all of, you know, she was formed here. So she considers herself a Georgia peach. She met Ronnie DeVoe when she was 20 years old. They now have been together, seems like around 17 years. I was adding up the time. You know, that sleeping with them that first night that they met seemed to pay off. Now they have 11-month-old twin boys who are the cutest things. One looks exactly like him. One looks exactly like her. He didn't wait until he's fucking 50 years old to have some kids, but you know, men can do that. You know, she's happy. She's got her man and they in a happy relationship, and they've been together all this time, and you know they starting the next chapter with they babies. But she's also trying to get her foot back in on the singing tip, because she said that it was her calling. So her and Ronnie DeVoe are going to the studio, you guys. They are gonna be so fucking hilarious. Like I feel like they like the new like Cephas and Reese a little bit. Oh my God. So anyway, they get into the studio, and they have a song together. And actually the song sounds like it's about their relationship and, you know, them having the babies and how happy they are together. So yeah, I'm gonna sing a little bit of it for y'all, just a little bit. Okay, so the music's like ding 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 ding. Okay, so y'all got that in your mind? Okay, I didn't do the background today, so I'm gonna have to, I got my words right here, so y'all just every word, every touch, every kiss, every hug, every minute, every second, every hour with you. Time I'm with you, your love always come through. I said, okay, I got that. Okay, I got that. You know, it was a little rocky at the beginning, but once I got the, you know, ding, 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 ding. So, woo, child, it's hot in here, and I got this big ass mane and shit. So anyway, like I told you, it's a duet with her and her man Ronnie. But, you know, I guess they introduced, well, not introduced, but you know, this whole new style of sing rap. Okay, well, picture that in Ronnie's voice. So remember the music. Ding 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 ding. Oh no, not that I believe fairy tales. Oh, not that I believe in fairy tales, but this. Oh, not that I believe in fairy tales, but this one is true. We was praying on a miracle, but now we. Oh, not that I believe in Oh, not that I believe in fairy tales, but this one is true. We was praying for a miracle, but now we got two reasons to believe in something greater than ourselves. And I can't imagine me with... Shit. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, not that I believe in fairy tales, but this one is true. We was praying on a miracle, but now we got two reasons to believe in something greater than ourselves. And I can't imagine me with someone else. Man, I can't imagine me with... And I can't imagine me with someone else. Girl, I admire, babe. And I can't imagine me with someone else. Girl, I admire, babe. Got to listen to it one more time, y'all. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, not that I believe in fairy tales, but this one is true. We was praying on a miracle, but now we got two reason to believe in something greater than ourselves. And I can't imagine me with something. And I can't imagine me with someone else. Girl, I admire, babe. Oh, this is fire! He said it was fire. I said, nigga, that is not fire. That might be smoke, but it's not fire. Okay, but they was feeling it. They was feeling it. I said, okay. But you know, she was pumping up her man out there with that old flicked ass rap singing that he was doing. And then it was so funny because he couldn't remember the words like me, you know. So she was just like, just remember, you know, me. Just remember, you know, these curves and everything. He was like, yeah, remember them breastises. Yeah, the breastises. You remember the breastises, you know. And give me some of that ass too back there. I said... You guys are fucking hilarious. I laughed through that whole damn scene. You know, the engineer, he puts the shit together for them to hear. You know, they all hugged up and they listening to it and they feeling it. And I said, baby, if you like it, we love it. We love it. Oh, it's hot in here. Okay, so I forgot to tell you guys in that meeting that Candy and Shamari had earlier, that Shamari told her that they were going to be having, well, she called it a rehearsal then, but I guess somewhere along the line it turned into a full-blown, like, session for her out here in Atlanta at a venue called ATL Live that they have once a month. So Candy now has decided that she is going to call the girls and invite them out. Okay, so first she calls Eva. Hey girl, this is Candy. I'm just letting you know that we going to be going to ATL Live to see Shamari from Black. Okay, fine. Then she tries to FaceTime Portia. Let me see what Portia got going on. So she tries a couple of times, you know, it hangs up, it's the wrong number, and then finally we get her, you know, girl, what is going on with your phone? I thought that we was in a better place than this. But anyway, Candy tells her, she getting the girls together, they all gonna go see Shamari. You know Shamari, don't you? Yeah, girl, we went to high school together. Okay, girl, that's gonna be cute. So Portia's all in too. So what you been up to, besides, you know, breaking the internet with your bikini pictures? I said, ooh, Candy, you was admiring them pictures. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I made it back to your timeline. I said, oh, I remember that. I also know that Candy stopped following her afterwards, too. I don't even know why Candy faking the funk right now. But as of this point, they friends. She done made it back to Candy's timeline. Candy was just like looking in the picture. She was just like, where are you? And she said, oh, girl, I'm over at my man's house. And she was like, yeah, because I was trying to be nosy. Okay, looking in the background. And then Candy, of course, has to let us know again that she knows her man, but she's not going to say anything. Well, then stop fucking talking about it then. Portia says, though, that she's going to introduce them to him eventually. And I you know, it's going to have to happen, but I still would try to push that off as far as I can, child. Don't pull a Kenya. Don't pull a Kenya, though, because you might get kicked off the show, but you know what? Stretch that shit out as far as you can. So now we have the session at ATL Live. Like I told you, it's a venue out here once a month in Atlanta. And it's real nice. It's at night and it's under a tent and, you know, under the stars and all of that. So Black is going to be performing there. You know, Ronnie come in with his jersey on, you know, and they all pumped up. You know, Black is circa 2000 and maybe 4. I said, oh, even before anybody else said anything, I said, girl, them outfits is just a little bit, but you know what? It's baby steps. Okay, we can't expect motherfuckers to come out there looking like, you know, Beyonce and everything, so it's fine. But the girls are there. You know, Nene says that this is a nice break for her, you know, since she's dealing with Greg, and, you know, everybody's in good spirits. Eva's there, and Portia, and Candy, and Cynthia. Black, you know, they go behind stage before they go out there, you know, they have a prayer, you know, we're gonna make sure that this is, you know, the Lord touched this performance. Then they get out there on the stage and they sing. Child, I can't even remember the song. I can't remember the song, but you know, it was the only one song that I can really remember of Black that they did. I cannot remember the way it went. But anyway, they sang the song and it was cool. You know, everybody is getting clear on which one is Shamari. You know, Cynthia didn't even know who she was. And, you know, Candy was just like, she went to high school with Portia. Yeah, she did. So, okay, fine. After she finishes her, performance, y'all, I am so fucking hot. But I'm already a mess, so might as well just, you know, commit to it all the way. After her performance, first Shamari comes over. And I wasn't really clear. See, this is how you know sometimes when they do those confessionals and the one-on-one confessionals, that sometimes will give you an idea of who is going to actually be for or against somebody. Because when she walked in, you know, when she walked up to the table and her and Nene, and, you know, Nene was like, girl, you was fierce, and girl, you was doing them moves, and girl, you was singing, and girl, you look good, and all of that. Okay, Nene did all of that, and Shamari was like, girl, thank you, girl, thank you, girl, thank you. But then on the confessional, you know, Nene was just like, sort of just like, okay, got her little drink and took a sip, like, hey, Shamari. I said, oh, okay, so we already see that Shamari and Nene ain't gonna be there for each other. And then the fact that Cynthia had talked about how she looked, that also made me feel like Cynthia might not necessarily feel her. We gonna see. Y'all know how Cynthia roll. You know, she was happy to see Candy, and, you know, Eva and Portia, they gave hugs and all of that. So Candy explains to us that they just all been on tour together, and they just was together recently. And then here come Ronnie. He was just like, hey, you know, how everybody doing? You know, I got to get my Ronnie voice on point too. And Shamari was just like, hey, baby, like, you got some words of advice for Candy? I was like, words of advice? Even looked over at Candy like, oh. He says, y'all sound good, you know, you look good and everything, but placement. Okay, you just want to make sure that everything flow. Candy was just like, what is happening here? Why is he coming and trying to give me advice? You was the one that was opening for me. Now, you need to say all this good advice for your wife. That's the reason why we here. Don't come telling me. That's what we here for your wife. I said, ooh, he is so fucking messy. And he was just going on, and, you know, Shamari was just like, yeah, baby, like, that's my baby, that's my legend. All the girls at the table was just like, I don't think Candy really asked for this damn advice. That shit was fucking hilarious. Especially because Candy still was getting on my nerves about, you know, before they came over, Cynthia was talking about she's having a Bailey queue. Okay, everything is fucking Bailey. She wanted them to bring some food, and, you know, Portia, I don't cook no more. My man cook, you know, he a chef. A chef? Just because you cook hot dogs, that makes you a chef? He a dog, all right. I said, ooh, Candy. Why are you being like this? Why are you being like this? In any other, you know, I know that on the show, everybody's man has to be hazed. I got all that. But you would think that she would try to stay away from Portia's situation, especially because of their history and the fact that they made up at the reunion, and she said she wasn't going to be coming for her no more, but now she's still got that real passive aggressive way of being that is just like, even though Candy is my girl, it's the one quality of hers that it just wears my nerves thin. We've been hoping on them being cool with each other. It's still the beginning of the season. A lot of shit is going to happen, obviously. But I was just like, dang, Candy, don't do this. Like, don't start out like this. But anyway, getting back to Ronnie DeVoe, you know, after he didn't impart his wisdom on Candy, you know, he gotta go. All right, it was good seeing you ladies. It was good seeing you ladies. And, you know, he walk off, his girl walk off, you know, after him. So it's just the regular original girls at the table. I don't know how exactly we got on the subject of Shamari. I mean, not Shamari, of Shamia. Child, all these Shamis and Shamaz. Eva said something slick about her being black, but not with a Q. Okay, and Candy was just like, well, what did she mean about that? I hope she wasn't trying to make a comment about her being dark-skinned. I like Eva, but I didn't like that. Maybe she was just trying to be cute, but whatever. Anyway, to bring it back positive, Cynthia was like, well, y'all bring y'all big, strong asses down here. And Portia gets like, oh, yeah, you know my asses, because look at my ass. And Candy was just like, honey, that zipper on the back of that dress is stressed out. I'd hate to be that zipper on the back of your... I said, bitch, you would love to be that zipper on the back of her dress. Ooh, that scene was funny. I was cracking up. Yeah, that was Black's little debut for the show. Now, the next day or whatever, you know, Candy is going to her new OLG location. It's in the Camp Creek Marketplace. Because of the success of the other OLG, it has allowed us to open new locations. And they are going to make a killing. As long as those niggas get shot up over there, they don't have nobody, you know, tearing up the restaurant by fighting or anything, they gonna make a killing over there because actually it's right across the street. If you guys remember, there's a Japanese restaurant called Kiku that had a big Mother's Day brawl. It was all on the news and shit where they was like completely fighting with the staff. It was everybody. Okay, she's right across from that Kiku, that Japanese restaurant, and she's right next to the Juicy Crab, which is, you know us niggas, we love us some seafood, child. So she's right in a prime location in that marketplace. So, you know, as long as your cousins know how to act, they're going to do really well over there. But anyway, she's there with Todd. You know, give Todd something to do, child. So he meeting with the people about the inspection and all of that. And then who should come in but our girl, Karma. I said, oh, we ain't seen Karma, you know, because she been working. She now has an insurance agency. Had to start securing her own bag. And good for her. You know, Candy says, it's perfect because when we need insurance for our new locations, we just go through Karma. That is one thing you can say about Candy. She keeps that shit in the family. Okay, I'm not mad. So her and Carmen sit down and Carmen asks her, you know, what's been going on lately. Well, Portia invited me to Miami. She was like, Portia? She was just like, yes. Oh, how was that? Oh, you know, they was going there to support Nene. But she was talking about her new boyfriend, child. And you know we know him, but like we know who he used to date, but we not gonna say nothing. And Carmen says, yeah, girl, don't even say nothing about it. I said, but you're saying it right now. It's so funny how they're trying to make it seem like he's such a bad dude when, you know, niggas date a whole bunch of women. And Atlanta is small, like I told you guys. Just because he's dated a lot of people doesn't necessarily make him a bad dude, okay? But whatever. At the same time that Karma and Candy are sitting down talking, we also see Portia, okay? This is the genius of editing. Portia is talking to her beautiful mama, looking like a, you know, a younger bootlegged version of Tina Knowles. She is beautiful. Her mom is beautiful. They gonna get their little drink mimosas and whatnots and also talk about Portia's new man. You know, Portia just like, he invited me to Miami and then he gave me a Rolex. I said, oh, isn't that sweet? You know, maybe Portia, even with all of the shit that she's accomplished on her own, maybe she hasn't really had a man to do these things. Like, you know, it's special to her. It's not bad, okay? At the same time, we see Candy. Now, it's not enough that Candy is talking to Carmen. We now see Jamie come in. And if you guys don't remember Jamie is the one that Portia got into a fight with at that Christmas party that Phaedra had a couple of years ago. And what I don't like about this is, yes, it happened. We got past that. Portia went on to her anger management or whatever. We done moved on. It's fine if Jamie still works with Candy. We don't expect a bitch to not make her money, so it's fine. Okay, that's good that the girl worked for you. I think it is just so messy that they're bringing Jamie on to talk about this new boyfriend as a transference of energy. So what they're trying to do is take the shit off of Candy being messy and putting it on Jamie. Like, Jamie's the one that comes in and tells all of the business. But that's, yeah, again, that passive-aggressive way of Candy that I was just like, here we go. So we got to get Jamie up to speed. Okay, Karma says that Candy was just talking about the trip that Miami, you know, that Portia had invited her. Candy said, yeah, well, it seems like he bought her a little Rolex, girl. Carmen says, oh yeah, that seems to be his thing. He loved Rolexes, huh? Carmen heard that. She don't want to put that in the rumor mill and everything. Carmen, you a mess too. Shit, we used to be here. Then to compound the mess, Jamie starts to chime in on what's going on. Candy was like, yeah, he the one that owns Crew. And she says, oh yeah, I know him. You know, he was with her girlfriend of 2 to 3 years. They was together. And then one day he just called her and told her that he was with Portia now. She was upset. She was crying. 2 or 3 years. Well, now, wait a minute. That can't be right, because I know a couple of people he was dating in that time. Carmen did say, well, you know, a lot of people date a lot of people. All right, you guys keep saying dated. Nobody is really saying that it was a hardcore confirmed relationship, so whatever, right? At the same time, we see Portia. Wait a minute, Mama, that's not it. Look at this. And she showed a picture on her phone of Brother Mandan got her name tattooed on his ankle. Oh, wait a minute. It seems that, you know what, that's what he does with all of his girls. He falls pretty quickly, and then he gets a tattoo of their name on him. I think he got somebody's face on him or something like that. Yes, he does, okay? And Portia even tells her mom, he gonna get my face on his back, like he ain't going nowhere, like who does that? Well, evidently your man do, girl. But I'm sure that if they've had any type of adult time together, that they, you know, that she's seen this face on him, unless he got it covered up or whatever. But then we jump back over to Jamie. Jamie says, well, you know what? His whole thing is he cooks for his girls. And Candy was just like, wait a minute. Oh my God. That's the same thing that she said. Back over to Portia. And Mama, he cooks for me, and he even had prepared meals for us. He said that I'm gonna get this prepared for us. Well, as far as Jamie is concerned, those prepared meals are from his old hoe. Yeah, that's right. He sent his old hoes to the store to get his food, and then he got them cook it up for the new hoe. And I guess the new hoe would be Portia. Messy, messy, messy. And again, I understand when we be sitting down with our girls and we might talk about, you know, we might throw it back and forth with our girls, but it just seems like hate only because of Candy's relationship and all of their problems that her and Portia have had in these last few years. It seems like you would purposely steer clear. Even though Portia's mom is so happy for her and saying that she looks so happy and she's glowing and all that because she's pregnant, but she's hugging her mom. She finally found somebody for her. Candy and Karma and Jamie, you know, they all just sort of like, Candy say she ain't gonna say nothing. I say, yeah, you gonna say nothing to nobody but to the national television. We all see y'all all ain't shit. Ain't none of your shit. Bitch, I feel like I'm melting out here. Let me get off of here and get back into my nice, cool office. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Itsrox. The channel is for Itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.